Okay, hi there, welcome back to the Tech Choice Bootcamp, the UI/UX design track. And this is module 5, where we'll be talking about ideation and its processes. Okay, ideation is often the most exciting stage in a design thinking project because during ideation, the aim is to generate a large quantity of ideas that the that the team can then filter and cut down into the best, most practical, or most innovative ones in order to inspire new and better design solutions and products. Okay, so in this module, we'll be talking about brainstorming best practices, we'll be talking about idea prioritization, best practices, and the impact versus complexity prioritization technique. So first off, what is ideation? Ideation is the mode of the design process in which you concentrate on idea generation. Mentally, it represents a process of going wide in terms of concepts and outcomes. Ideation provides both the fuel and also the source material for building prototypes and getting innovative solutions into the hands of users. Ideation is a creative process that allows designers to generate as many ideas as possible towards solving the pain points we have identified. It is also known as brainstorming, and it is the third stage of the design thinking process. Ideation will help you ask the right questions and innovate with a strong focus on the users, their needs, and your insights about them. That's basic conclusions you come to about them. Then ideation will also help you step beyond the obvious solution and therefore increase the innovation potential of your solution. It will also help you bring together perspectives and strengths of your team members, because this time you will be working with a team to create ideas. Then you will uncover unexpected areas of innovations, create a volume and variety in your innovation options, and get obvious solutions out of your heads and drive your team beyond them. So here are the ideation steps. The first step is to plan ahead. Then the next step is to generate your ideas. Then the third step is to prioritize these ideas that you have generated. So now let's talk about planning ahead. In this case, you identify team members who will be part of the ideation process. It might be just you, or you might have selected people that will help you brainstorm, that will help you look for ideas. You decide, oh, that's a mistake. You decide whether the session should be virtual or in person. Then prepare your location and the tools you need. The tools you need might be whiteboard and markers. It might be for online, you might use Mirror, and you can use other applications too. You can use sticky notes and all of that. Then in planning ahead, and this will include brainstorming with a team. While individuals come up with ideas on their own, brainstorming with a team, while individuals can come up with ideas on their own, brainstorming with a team, yes, okay, this is like giving you like the pros and cons. Brainstorming with a team creates a high energy of atmosphere, a high energy atmosphere which allows teams to build on each other's ideas. It increases the motivation and helps the team to generate lots and lots of ideas. It also provides an opportunity to invite people from diverse backgrounds, allowing the team to come up with a variety of ideas. Alright, so when you're preparing your location, yes, you ensure your session is located in an inspiring place. That first off, it is free of noise and other distraction, and has relevant tools needed from brainstorming. Like I said, like a board, post-it notes, markers, and also you have to have a plan to record ideas generated. Like collecting the sticky notes and taking a photograph of your wall or board. That's if you are using a whiteboard. Then for your virtual brainstorming session, select an appropriate collaboration tool like Miro. Okay, now we have finished the planning part. Now we have come to generating ideas proper. So you prepare your board like the Miro board for virtual sessions. Use a distinct sticky notes for each member of the team. Select one pain point at a time and expand on this pain point. That is, you understand the overarching problem. Then you generate ideas. Still on generating ideas, you set a limit depending on the problem's complexity and encourage breaks where you can take a cup of coffee or just play a game or something. Avoid negative comments and judging ideas contributed by others. This is done so as not to reduce the impact of other people when they comment, because telling me my comment is not so good will make me not want to comment again. I hope you understand. So the next is to encourage wild ideas. Then build on each other's ideas, aim for quantity over quality, and allow one conversation at a time so that it won't be rowdy and you won't just you and the brainstorming team won't just be making noise. Then in the third, okay, this is just showing us an example of ideas generated on a mirror board where we have moms should be celebrated, then all of this, and this is different people. I'm sure this is 4 people, yes. Okay, 3 people, yeah. One on blue, the one on pink, and the one on orange. The 4 people that generated ideas. Then this is another example where we selected one pain point, which is selling babies used clothes is equal to selling their destiny. So we had to talk about taboos and the stigma. Then the 3 people involved was Tokimbo, Tomi and Ife, where they had to drop all of their ideas. Then you can see those connecting lines. This means they were building on each other's ideas. So from one idea we developed it into 3. Like this blue we've developed it into these 3, and this one was developed into these 2, and like that. All right. You have to also note that you extract ideas from opportunities. Are what are specific sources of delight, excitement, optimism, and solutions suggested by the user while using our product or going through a particular customer journey. Opportunity enhances or accelerates the ability of users to achieve their goals. The goal is what users want to accomplish and why. Then the opportunity is what helps the users accomplish it. So for example, we have I would like the app to have a separate part where people of common interest can come together to do the same thing. This could be an opportunity for other women to form networks and discuss salient points based on the brief we have been working with over time, which is selling of babies used clothes by African moms. Yes. So another one is it's a good idea to be able to maybe give them up for some money to buy new ones, but I think I'll care what people will say. This could be an opportunity to acquire new clothes without spending more money. And also, when I'm rated well, I just want to search the house for more stuff to sell. This could also be an opportunity to increase participation and what engagement. And also another one could be I would like the app. Okay, when you're extracting ideas from opportunities, like from the previous slide, I said I would like the app to have a separate part where people of common interest can come together to do the same thing. I wonder if this is an opportunity to create a community feature. Okay, still on that part, now we are still trying to extract ideas from what we have brainstormed about. Uh, should we consider a swap feature, or perhaps they can earn points to buy new clothes? This is in the case of where mothers can give up their clothes for some money to buy new ones, not necessarily collecting this money. We can have a swap feature on the application where mothers can use it to get new clothes for their children. And this one says, when I'm rated well, I just want to search the house for more stuff to sell. It appears a rating feature could actually motivate people to sell more. Then the step 3 is to prioritize your features. Okay, a good brainstorming session produces lots of valuable ideas, to be honest, and there are a few ways to prioritize these ideas. And on this course, we will use the impact versus complexity technique. Okay, so what is the impact versus complexity technique? It's also called the value versus complexity model. The value versus complexity model is a prioritization framework that allows a team to evaluate each feature according to how much value the feature will bring and how difficult or complex it will be to implement. Features and initiatives or innovations are then plotted on a quadrant and prioritized accordingly. Value versus complexity is one of many prioritization models designers can use to prioritize initiatives or features on the product roadmap. It is a popular method among product teams looking for an objective way to allocate time and finite development resources to initiatives based on their perceived or potential benefits. Product managers frequently use the value versus complexity framework to standardize a set of decision-making parameters. These parameters usually, as the name suggests, value and complexity, can apply to all features, product enhancement, fixes, and other initiatives competing for space on the product roadmap. The methodology is actually straightforward. A product team builds a graph or prioritization matrix with axis of impact or value against complexity or effort. The chart is then broken down into quadrants where we have high impact or value versus low complexity, or high value high complexity, low value low complexity, and low value high complexity. The team will then evaluate each initiative and build and plot it on this graph, providing a visualization representation of every feature's anticipated value and its required effort. Then we evaluate the value the ideas will add to our user, as the impact will be on the pain point too. What you think about is, would this idea wow the user, or does this idea solve the pain point? Our ideas will wow the users if we can implement them. So we have to consider how complex it will be to actually implement these ideas. So what you have to now think about is, do we have the skills and resources to implement the ideas? Using the level of complexity to prioritize feature does not mean that we should settle for simple or obvious ideas. Our jobs as designers is to solve our users' pain points and to wow them. Can you design a simple version of a complex idea? The answer might be yes. So when prioritizing your ideas, you identify the user types or actors represented in your ideas, whether it's a buyers, the seller, or an admin. Create a different frame for each user and name your ideas into actors frames, which is either the buyer, the seller, or the admin. Then create an impact versus complexity quadrant for each actor. So this is how it will look like. You have features, you have the buyer's features, the seller's features, and the admin features. For the buyer features, what features will the buyer be needing, which is selling of the baby's clothes and redeeming points for sales, then testimonials, right? Then the seller will be able to put the price of the clothes he wants to sell, put pictures of the clothes he wants to sell, and convert this. Okay, then separate clothes based on their occasions. Maybe it's a night wear or a gown or all of that. Then the admin should be able to classify the clothes into grades, whether it's grade 1, grade 2, and all of that. Then it gives the sellers their ratings as well, which is maybe the bronze, silver, gold. These are basic features that we actually came up during our brainstorming session, and we actually found how to dock them under each actor, which is the buyer, seller, or admin. So in the case of the disk mode that we are working on, we might actually have the admin, yes, the store, and the customer, which is the user. In this case, it might be anybody, a it might be it might be a different person, it might be a business owner, it might be an entrepreneur, it might be an individual that would just want to use the discount website. Do you get? It's just an example. I'm not saying when I give a task about that, you say what I just said. On the prioritization stage, we you have to consider the value and the impact the idea will have on the user's overall experience. Um, and you have to prioritize these features on the vertical line depending on the agreed value and impact. Yes, you ask your team how complex it is or it will be to implement this feature. This your team could also include developers because they are the ones that will be able to implement certain features you design. Then once you agree with the team, you move the post-it notes to the appropriate column. Yeah, so this is an example of the seller's features using the impact versus complexity or the value versus complexity graph, where we have the red circle showing the high impact and low complexity and the other parts. So the high impact and low complexity are those ones that will wow your customers and are easy to implement. Yes. And that actually brings us to the end of module 5. I'm sure now you can create ideas through brainstorming. So that's bye from me, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.